Hey.
What time is it?
It's after 1 o'clock.
Oh, it never is.
Oh, come on, Elsie. You're not going to sit down here much longer, are you?
Well, where is she? She can't be at the pictures till this time.
Well, she lied to you. Like she lied to you last week. She doesn't want you to know where she is.
Oh, it's charming, isn't it? She comes home with her milk and I'm not supposed to make a murmur.
In the morning, eh? If you want to read the riot act, do it in the morning.
Oh, I couldn't. I'd never get off. I'd be listening.
What have you been doing just now?
That was a light doze.
Well, it's more than I've been able to have.
You worried about tomorrow?
No, I'm not worried about tomorrow. The garage is a good business. It's a going concern. There's no reason at all why I shouldn't sell it sooner or later.
Yeah, but I bet you wish it was sooner. Like tomorrow.
Like today.
Today.
Yes, it would be convenient.
Alan, are you sure it's all right you showing Billy walk around on your own? I mean, shouldn't you take the accountant?
No.
Does he know?
Yes, he knows everything about it. Everything I do, he knows all about.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what trustees are for.
Look, I accept that, Elsie. I accept that.
Oh, it's going to be all right. I know it is. Oh, by the way, I moved the kitty over into your drawer in case you wanted any.
Now, why? It's your money.
Yeah, I know, but knowing you'd tie yourself in knots before you asked me, wouldn't you?
So now I have to go rummaging amongst the socks to find it.
Now, look.
Elsie, it's your money. You're giving it to me. It's a handout.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's get things straight, first of all. One thing I never wanted was that flaming American pension. I never liked it and I never wanted it.
And you gave it up when you married me.
Yeah, true, so I lost out when I married. But I don't want it, love. And the sooner I'm rid of it, the better. So let's get spending it, shall we?
Does that make sense?
No, he's just plain cockeyed to me.
I must say I'd be glad when it's off the premises,
Well,
too.
all right then, let's get rid of it.
You know, I think we ought to do more talking in the middle of the night.
I'll tell you something. Thanks to you, Alan, I'd have forgotten all about that girl.
Good. Go on, then.
Oh, 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes more.
Look, you're not coming in. Look,
I'm in.
look, we've not got no coffee.
You wait the lady.
Listen, Lucy'll slam the door in your face and I'm slamming it too. So that's all there is to it, and you might as well get used to it.
But I have walked you home.
Right, and tar very much. And now you're off to London on the back of a lorry like you're supposed to.
Yeah, but we don't have to leave till 6 o'clock. Frank says...
Oh, well, you're not stopping here till then.
Turn out the light.
What for?
Might be the fuzz. Go on, turn it out.
Well, I'm not worried. My nose is clean. Besides, they'll have seen it by now.
Mrs. Clegg.
Oh, no, but she lives here. Hey, you're all right. It's not the scuffers. It's postman at middle at night. You must have been up early.
Telegram, miss.
Oh, come on. You're not a telegram boy.
No, I'm from GPO, from the sorting office. We work night shift and they don't, you see. So in cases, well, like this, we help them out. Special as this. Urgent.
Well, do I sign or something?
No, she'll get another copy in the morning through usual sources, confirmatory copy.
Oh, right.
Thanks.
It must be urgent.
Yeah, he said.
Set? What's going on?
It's a telegram, Maggie.
Well, I'll see you then.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
Les is in hospital. He's critically ill.
Does that mean you'll have to...
Yes, I'll have to go. And Irma's ill. Well, I'll just have to close the shop, that's all.
Well, she might be up tomorrow, Maggie, and if she's not, we'll all rally round, love.
Thanks, Beth. Hey, I know I'm half asleep, but... Was that a lad in here just now?
Oh, yeah. I went to the party and he saw me home.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Maggie.
Oh, no. It's always been coming. Something like this.
Either horrible telegrams, aren't they? I know Hilda Ogden said that time with Irma.
Don't forget to bring the milk in, will you?
Not still up, are you?
No, I've gone for a run round Boggart Clough. As a matter of fact, I was staying up to welcome you back from the pictures, but that was all of 3 hours ago.
Well, I didn't know I was going to a party tonight.
Lies and muck. You won't know very well when you went out of this house where you were
I don't
going.
see what you're so worked up about.
Sandra Butler, I hadn't the faintest idea where you were. I stayed up to welcome you home. That was all of 3 hours ago. You're surprised that I'm mad for 2 pence. I'd clout you round the ears.
Oh, why don't you? It's your last chance.
Oh, well, if that's the threat to tell me you're packing your bags, it won't wash. I'll be only too delighted.
It isn't a threat. I've got myself a lift to London.
You what?
I've got myself a lift to London. I'm going now, as soon as I've had a chance to pick up some of my stuff. And I can't stay long, because he's waiting for me.
Hey, you!
A friend of Ray's drives a lorry.
Oh, nice. Charming, isn't it? She gets herself a lift to London in the middle of the night.
Why not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous. Why not, of all things to say? Why not? I'll give you 10 good reasons why not. You're stopping here
Look,
for
there's
one
no
thing.
point in calling Alan. You won't get any help out
What
of
are you
him.
talking
Well,
about?
see, you know as well as I do. He'll be only too glad to see the back of me. He will, because I'm in the way. And he's right. I know he's right. That's why I'm going.
Sandra, listen to me. We discussed this 3 weeks ago. I asked you to find someplace else to live. But I didn't say go charging off to London in the middle of the night.
I don't see why it matters where I go. I mean, I can't stop here with you two. I'm as good as sponging off you. I don't even give you board. Well, that was all right.
We are not in the workhouse yet.
Well, anyway, if you could, I'd like you to send some of me stuff. I'll write and give you an address.
Oh, you are going to have an address, are you? You're not going to sleep on a bench in Hyde Park, are you?
Elsie, they do have houses, same as here.
Yes. Bed-sitters. Thousands and thousands of bed-sitters where kids like you die of loneliness. And it's a big place to be lonely in.
I won't be like that. All right, at first I might be dead unhappy. But I won't end up in Piccadilly touting round for drugs, and that's what you're on about, really.
Sandra, love, it does happen.
Depends who you are and what state you're in.
Lonely. Lonely, like I said.
I do know people. Well, for a start, I got my friend. He's driving
This
down.
fella that you
Oh,
picked
he's
up
the only
tonight.
way of getting down there. Well, look, I know what you think, but I've got to do it. Somehow the dafter the better. There's nothing to keep me here.
I see. And what am I supposed to tell your mother?
Oh, right.
Oh,
I reckon
yeah.
tell her not
Yes,
to
yes,
worry.
I'm
Anyway,
sure you will, I'm
she's got
sure.
Bernard, and you've got far better things to think about.
That's true, Sandra, but you happen to be my responsibility, and I don't let little girls go swanning off to London on the back of a lorry.
Elsie, I'm going to London, and you can't stop
Try
me.
it, just
I'm
try
going
it,
to get
Sandra.
me things.
Now, don't
Come
be
on,
silly,
get
girl. Now,
off
get out of the
me.
way, Sandra.
I'll
Don't be
go
silly.
as I am. Get off
Sandra,
me.
come back
Get
here,
off
Sandra.
me.
You are tucking in.
Oh, make a good breakfast, that's what you said.
It's one of Mrs. Walker's maxims.
Now, Billy, love, I don't want to rush you, but it is important that you shouldn't be late. Now, if I were you, I should get there first, before Mr. Howard.
Start him off on the wrong foot, eh? Oh, she's a wily woman, my mother, ain't she?
Well, it prays to be cautious, love, and do be careful. Don't rub him up the wrong way.
Oh, don't worry, Mum. I get all that from you, charm. Charm and good looks. See ya.
Bye.
Ta.
He does look rather well this morning. You know, that's quite an expensive suit.
Mrs. Walker?
When I think of our Billy, though I say it, our black sheep, when I think of Billy buying a garage from Alan Howard...
Yes, I wouldn't think too much if I were you. You know, Mr. Howard is in desperate straits. He will be asking a substantial figure.
Oh, Billy will beat him down. He's very confident. Hello, love. How are you this morning?
Rather tired, I should think.
Oh, were you late in?
No, wasn't late, was it, Miss Nugent?
Bacon?
Oh, no, thanks, just tea and toast.
Oh, we are abstemious this morning.
Shouldn't think we were last night.
Oh, sorry about that, waking you up.
Was it an interesting party?
Orgies. They're all the same, once you've had one.
Oh.
You've got it wrong again.
No wonder. Do you have to keep banging?
But you know why I'm doing it, don't you?
Because you like to see my head splitting open.
Just to show my impatience because you're so flaming slow. And I reckon you must have a bit of a blooming hangover as well if you're calling this banging, because it's not. This is just a tap to respectable folk.
A quarter of salted peanuts, and may they choke you, Mr. Tatlock.
Right, thank you very much. And anyhow, what are you doing here? Where's Irma?
She's in bed with a jippy tummy.
Women, some of them can't stand drink. How's he churning about?
Me and your daughter. And how are you today?
Oh, not so good. I think I've got that kid's bug, you know.
Stick your tongue out.
What, here?
Go on. Now 10 fags won't cure.
That's what I come for, Chuck.
Yeah, I get to know everybody's dirty habits living
You know,
round
you're
here.
going to make a good flatmate for our Irma. A good companion, I tell you.
Chinky chink.
Oh,
That, I'm off. Hello, Sam.
hello, love.
Well, I'm off now. I've left a phone number with Irma, in case she gets tangled with the books and such.
What's all this?
Oh, I'm going away for a bit.
I'll leave her on her own. A step of her last night, then she's ill.
Mr. Ogden.
She won't stand up for
Maggie's
herself.
husband's ill. He's in hospital, and Irma said she'd be very glad to run the shop.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I didn't know.
That's all right, Stan. And, well, I do feel guilty about it. There we are. I've got no choice. I'm the one that's closest to him. Well, I am in law.
I thought you said you were getting a divorce, though, Maggie.
Yeah, it makes no difference. Not at times like these. No, it's my responsibility. Like it's always been. Oh, it is me standing talking. I miss my train.
I'll give you a lift for your act.
Oh, thank you, Stan.
Let's have it. Come on.
There we are. Gordon's meeting me at the other end. Be nice to see him.
Shall I explain to Betty?
Oh, yes, please, better if you would, and let, well, the others. Tell Irma to take care of it for me, won't you?
Yeah, I will.
Ta-ra.
Come on, love.
Thanks.
All right.
Hey,
What?
bags.
Packing your bags in the middle of the night, a girl at that age?
Sandra, she's as old as I am. Well, near enough.
And when do you up and go?
Oh, well, it's different. I've got friends here and I like my job.
Oh, well, that's very sensible of you. I mean, if you heard my Cyril, the things that go on.
Oh, they go on here as well, you know.
Yes, I'm sure they do them more, or do them first, at any rate.
Do what?
Wickedness, Stanley Ogden, wickedness.
Give him a pint, love, before his jaw drops off.
Hey, kid. It's me, mummy.
Yeah, she's in there on tenterhooks.
Oh, I thought so.
You didn't get it then?
No.
Oh, never mind, she'll get over it.
Is that the garage?
Yeah. Ooh, my Auntie Annie will be dead choked. She was banking on that.
So was Ellen.
Yeah, well, he can find someone else.
Oh, I want to know. He's like me, a loser. Just like me, a loser, I'll tell you.
Well, how can you say that? He married Elsie.
He hasn't got two acres to rub together, has he?
Well, that doesn't make him anything like you.
Rock bottom, mate.
Elsie! Gone to Saddleworth to break the news to Sandra's mother? Damn.
She never liked me, that woman never liked me. She never has. She never intended to sell it to you. Not to you, not to my son.
I've told you once, pure and simple, I just don't have that sort of money. It's way, way out of my bracket.
I see.
It doesn't matter, I'll find somewhere else.
Will you, love? You won't get discouraged. Now, you won't get discouraged
I
and...
won't go back to London, no.
It's so good for me having you here.
I've got my eye on another little place this afternoon, small, round the corner. I'm going to see it.
Small?
Oh, Mum, what do you want me to do? Beg, borrow, steal, build on sand like Alan Howard and end up bankrupt?
Could never happen to you.
Oh, well, I've slipped up in the past and you remember it.
Billy.
Yeah, well, I've got to bear it in mind. I know, I've got to watch myself so nothing too ambitious,
Oh,
right?
Billy, I don't know why you say these things to me, running yourself down, unless you do it to upset me.
Not much of a judge of character, are you, Mum? You get one idea in your head and that's that.
I'm not mistaken in you, love. You came up here to be with me.
Forgetting me, you've been way off.
Oh, I see you're talking about that girl, are you? That Chinese girl. You said you'd never forgive me.
Her name was Jasmine.
Well, Jasmine, then.
No. If she can be put off that easily, she wasn't worth having. Anyway, that's all water under the bridge now.
You know, Billy, if you did settle down here...
I might meet...
You're quite a catch, you know.
Look, Mum, man of property first and bridegroom later. How's that suit you? All right?
Right, Ken Barlow, you take one more step and I'll take this mop to you.
Right, and if I don't go home with a packet of raisins, Val does me with a rolling pin.
What are you standing there like that for? We let ugly ones in as well, you know.
Right, you do it, because I'm off to mop the laundrette where they know how to behave when I'm in charge.
Don't look so lost. I'm helping out as well as that.
Oh, yeah, Maggie.
Yeah, and Irma's still in bed.
Is she? Not any better then?
Well, it's a tummy, I think. Good afternoon, Mrs. Howard. Do you think you could walk round the wet instead of marching straight across it?
The more I hear of you, Lucille Hewitt, the more I am reminded of my friend and your guardian.
Well, apart from receiving compliments, what can I do for you?
I suppose you know that young Sandra's left home.
Oh, is that what it was?
Home, while she was under my roof, home. Just been to see her mother and tell her about it, and it's been no picnic, I might tell you.
Oh, and it's been a right bundle of fun for her in your house for the last few weeks, hasn't it? According to me, Auntie Annie, you should have had the curtains shut.
Oh, yes, I can well imagine. A big letter S chalked over the lintel like they do when they pull the houses down. Well, for your information, number 11 Coronation Street is still standing, and all inside are alive and well.
Well enough to support a third member.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, well, in my opinion, when two people get married and they need a third person, well, there's something wrong in that for a start.
I think she's finished. Do go on.
Well, speaking as a humble male, I'm a creature who likes a fair amount of attention, particularly if I've taken a knock.
Alan hasn't had a knock. He's just beginning to start all over again.
Oh, well, good for Alan.
Yeah. He's gone to sell the garage today, and I'll bet you 10 to 1 he pulls it off.
Afternoon. I didn't know you indulged, Mr. Tatlock.
Hey, was that Bert Whitehead?
Where to?
That chap you were with, you know, owns the garage.
Owns the garage, does he?
Yeah. Hey, you're very fucking with yourself, aren't you?
You know, it's years since I've done this.
You know, when two fellas shake hands like you needed just now, there's more in it than meets the eye.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of buying his garage off him. Only thinking, mind. And I don't want it put about for a bit, okay?
Well, you know you're talking to a big blabbermouth, don't you?
So what do I have to do about that?
Well, most folks when they blab is when they're having a drink. I'm the other way round, you see.
So if I buy you a drink, you won't talk?
I see you at Rovers. I'll be there before 6.
Of course, unlike Mr. Howard, Billy knows the need for self-restraint. Ambition is one thing, but over-ambition, oh dear me, no.
I thought you were keen on his buying the garage.
Me?
This morning you were. I thought you were.
Oh, no, you see, love, it belonged to a man who built on sand.
Pardon?
A man who built on sand, Mr. Howard. And who knows what Billy might have discovered? Well, irregularities, I suspect.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose that's possible.
You know what, Mr. Fairclough? Your face is getting monotonous. If you could just be 10 minutes late just for once.
Give us a kiss.
Oh, no, Miss Nugent, I'm quite satisfied with Billy's decision, not in the least put out.
So, and how are you tonight, ladies?
Well, Miss Nugent's got toothache. I've had a pressure headache, but it's better now, and Mrs. Walker is very happy.
Mrs. Turpin, you've gone and reminded me now. I think it's a molar tooth.
Oh, no. You've heard about Mag?
I've heard nothing of you.
Oh, poor thing. The trouble she's having with that man.
Of course, I don't understand why they do it. I mean, tying themselves to weak men like that, they are just letting themselves in for trouble.
Who's they when they're out?
Women that get hitched up to weak men. If you ask my opinion, it's every woman born.
Or, to be more specific, well, take Mrs. Turner as a case in point.
Mrs. Walker, do we possess any oil of clothes?
Yes, love, in the medicine cupboard. Not that I'm condemning her, but she should have known. You could see the weakness in those eyes.
Kick a man when he's down.
I don't understand you,
You were
Len.
all over him when he first came in.
Strange loyalty from you, Len.
Well, these things happen, don't they? It's not her fault any more than it's Elsie's. or
I
Maggie's.
didn't say anything about fault, did I? I said they let themselves in for it, and I firmly believe that to be true.
Well, can't you feel sorry for them?
Really? Well, of course, you've had a trying time, haven't you, Len? But Mrs. Clegg will be back soon.
Helen, in here.
So you're back?
Oh, yes, and glad to be back. Gosh, I don't know how she stands that place. Them moors, they give me the creeps. Stay here a second, will you?
I'm tired, Elsie.
Where have you been today?
I've been up to town today.
You try and sell the garage, you didn't, did you?
No, I didn't sell the garage.
No. Well, I didn't think you would first go off anyway.
Oh, you'd written off my one success for the day, had you?
No, love, it's just that I know Billy Walker. Oh, she may boast about him, but he's just not in your bracket.
Bracket I used to be in.
Well, that's what we're on about, aren't we? Come on, get your jacket off and I'll put the taters on. Make up for leaving you a cold lunch.
I could have done with you here today.
Yeah, well, I had to go, didn't I, love? After all, I couldn't have written it. It wouldn't seem right.
No?
It is my sister's kid. And while we're on the subject, Helen, if you'd have taken a bit more interest instead of ignoring her all the time...
Well, I couldn't ignore her, could I? That was the whole point.
This little drama might never have happened.
Little? I'd say it was minute.
To you, maybe.
Yes, it's minute to me. All right, the kid's gone off to London, but nothing's lost, you know. Nothing's going to come tumbling down because she's built nothing. Month after month, year after year, for half a lifetime. She's made nothing, she's built nothing.
She's not made money, no.
Is that all you think I've lost? Money? Money isn't just LSD, you know. Money brings things to you. You know where I've been today? Grubbing around amongst a whole of friends and acquaintances, hoping I'd find someone who'd have some confidence in me and give me another chance. Well, they didn't want to know. They were embarrassed. One of them even pretended he hadn't seen me. I've known him for 15 years.
Well, it just wasn't worth knowing, was he?
Elsie, they're contacts. They're not just friends, they're contacts. I need these people.
Don't have anything to do with them. It's taking you back to where you went wrong. You want a job, a bread and butter job.
Just don't know what I'm talking about, do you? You despise them because they're businessmen. All right, despise them if that's the way you feel. But I had a standing there. I had something there. That house in Cheshire, I wanted you to have it.
Big house.
4 bedrooms.
Yes, I know.
You know, when I was a kid, it was 2 up and 2 down. I shared a bedroom with my brothers. 3 of them. And they were all tougher than me. I was the skinny one. I used to get days off from school for one sickliness or another. Well, the day came when my 3 tough brothers had to go off into the pit with my father. I was the one that got away.
Worked your way up. I know that feeling.
You know, when I bought the garage, I parked the car at the end of the street, and I walked down the street just like a passerby. I peeped inside. I couldn't believe it. The little skinny one had bought a garage. I looked inside, and there was a posh secretary, and she was working for me.
Never heard you talk so much.
Well, it must be the drink. I managed to scrounge 1 or 2 before it came my turn. I had to bowl for it.
Get yourself a job, Alan. That'll get you the price of a drink.
What do you suggest, a labour exchange?
Well, that's where you go for jobs.
What time's supper?
25 minutes, half an hour.
I'll be back.
Alan, at least you filled out a bit.
All right. Fine, yeah, fine.
Quiet enough for you.
Oh, you should hear my kids. Yeah, no, it's great here. All mod cons, everything you want. Sorry, Uncle Albert. I'm doing my bookworm bit and I haven't got a penny on me.
Yeah, well, it's not you I'm wanting. It's him.
All right, Pop, what's the damage?
Rum.
Can you set up a room, Mum?
So there.
Oh, thanks, if that was done for me.
Oh, don't mention it.
Oh, Mr. Tacklet, dear, Mrs. Turpin will look after you.
Hey, she knows I'm not paying.
Yes, dear, just you say. Good evening, Mr. Hart.
Quite a bit, please.
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry that Billy had to let you down.
Well, the price was a bit over his head.
Yes, such a shame. Can you manage?
What to pay?
Of course not, to find the right change.
Yes, I can manage, thank you.
Mind if I join you?
No, please, sit down. You have much more luck?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact. What about you?
No, not really. I went to see a couple of colleagues of mine, but it didn't really work. My wife seems to think I ought to give the whole thing up and take whatever comes along.
And you?
Well, I haven't much choice. I'm bankrupt at the age of 40. That's pretty difficult to sell, isn't it?
You're a mechanic, aren't you?
Well, I fool around with cars.
Oh, I'd have thought more than that. I mean, the way you spotted those bearings this morning, that was a bit quick.
I was just trying to get one over on the mechanic, that snotty bastard. I suppose I can't blame him.
Would you consider a mechanic's job?
What, you mean a mechanic, pure and simple?
Yeah.
Well, that depends.
All right. I think I found this little garage. Local, just round the corner.
Can we work with you?
No, for me, Alan. Work in my garage for me.